joining us for the first time this year, this Friday, is Joshua Moses. Good morning.
Good morning, Onome. Good morning, Ine.
Good morning, Joshua. Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to Lagosians.
Yeah, how's the year been so far?
Just been 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
Funny enough, it's not been, I've just been resting.
We saw a headline right there this morning, a story on our business day, talking about, the issues with still insecurity in Nigeria. Now, the president of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, actually was at a community meeting with leaders in Florida where he says that Israel is actively working on an agenda to support Christian communities in Nigeria. Now, already we have the partnership with the USA going on that involves some form of military action, that we've seen so far, with the strike, just a week ago. And you wonder what shape or frame of support it could be coming from the Israeli, if the president of Israel is actually, the prime minister of Israel is saying that we want to support Christians in Nigeria.
Well, it's a very nice statement to make, but it's been made on the back of American involvement in Nigeria. And it's also a very risky one because it makes Nigeria a playground for foreign and Western powers who, for their own interests, will want to come in and again, it's going to destabilize us much more than we currently are dealing with. And this is also why I've always had a grouse with our politicians. We don't have anything that's sacred. We politicize everything. We make a mess of everything. And at the end of the day, somebody else will try to come in to clean our mess, with their, in quotes, good intentions. And at the end of the day, we might be worse off for it. Let's not forget, we fought a civil war in this country before, and a lot of these foreign powers, also, contributed one way or another to what we had and the loss of lives. Let's not make this another thing. Yes, Israel and its intention, it seems good on paper, but let's finish with the Americans. Let's not forget the French are somewhere. By the time we finish with America comes in, Israel comes in, the French comes in. Remember when this whole American thing came up, the Chinese put up a statement. So we're not just talking about one person that will come in. China will come in, Russia will come in, Australia will come in, name them. And all at the end of the day, lives will be lost. Resources will go. So it's high time our military authorities, our civilian authorities actually sit down and draw a roadmap security-wise. Over the weekend, I've been seeing a lot of clearance operation going on by the Army and the Air Force. I think some parts of Sambisa has also been cleared because there were incursions from, the southern and the western part of Sambisa to try and push the terrorists out. We could also see videos of them taking flee. Let's continue this onslaught. Let them give us equipment. Let them give us intelligence. Let them build our capacity to deliver these things on by ourselves. Let our politicians on their own part also not politicize our military. This whole thing of when somebody has not gotten to a certain level, you retire them and you employ people based on political quota. Let's take all these things out. Let's understand that security is the bedrock. Security and rule of law are the bedrocks in which any economy and democracy survives. If we are able to do this, because let's not forget, Nigeria used to be called the giant of Africa.
Yeah.
And a few weeks ago, we were intervening we're trying to intervene in Benin. Yeah. So on what basis are we going to, what's our foreign policy like? Clearly it means that if Israel is coming in, if US is coming in, we don't have a foreign policy. The bigger fish to fry is Nigeria taking charge of its own territorial sovereignty, its own tax sovereignty, its own economic sovereignty. For instance, America had issues with Russia during Biden's time and Trump because of election interference. America has serially interfered in our elections. Our security, we're having input from Turkey, Iran, US. My question is, it's not about people coming to help you. You have to be able to help yourself at some point. It is one thing to say we want to buy equipment. Let's not forget at a point, it was mercenaries from South Africa that were coming to fight Boko Haram because our army couldn't. Why? The money we were using to pay mercenaries, couldn't we have used it to equip the army? I have read stories of soldiers who were locked up, executed or sentenced because they complained that they didn't have guns to fight this same insecurity. Go to Punch, you will see those stories. So why did we punish our own sons and daughters? Because they said, give us this and we can do this job. All for us to just go and take the money, give it to some other people. I said it the last time, the ammunition that America used for this, their last bombardment, I think they said it's about $2 million. Nigeria will pay. Trump is not giving anybody free money. Nigeria will pay for those ammunition, for that operation. If they do 20 bombardments, multiplied by, let's say, the average of $2 million. That is what we are going to be spending for this, targeted strikes that America will be putting in. So the idea is not who is coming in, it's how you're positioning yourself. We are positioning ourselves as a beggarly nation. We are positioning ourselves as a country who is clueless. Our president has traveled out. For what? Medical tourism. Do you know how much that will cost us? Do you know the level of national security exposure alone? Your president's phones might be tapped. The other day, President Buhari's book, a book on his behalf came out, and somebody said they were bugging a president's office. Every day they were sweeping it for listening devices. Do you know how porous Nigeria is? And nobody is sitting down to say, let us sit down and structure ourselves as a nation. How do we safeguard ourselves? There are so many things you can't do in America, you can't do in Israel. Our government do not have functional websites. This one we use .com, this one we use Yahoo. So everything is just open and porous. What's our security strategy? What's the strategy for bringing in the Americans? Because now you're seeing Israel, and Israel is always riding on the coattails of America. We've not even dealt with the American issue. Turkey is on one hand pushing, because some of the equipment that, some of the arms and ammunition that is reportedly used by some of these terrorists are reportedly to be shipped from Turkey and Iran. So what exactly is their influence? So how are we curtailing it? What is America's exit plan from this war? Nobody has communicated it. The other day, the government signed a deal with France on taxation. Till today, people are saying, bring out the MOU. Let's know what we are signing ourselves into. We borrow money, we borrow security. Is it that we can't do these things by ourselves? It's painful.
Briefly,